Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone fucking TV. You know what I mean? Why do I bother doing this shit? Why do I bother wasting my fucking time with these cunts? Because they say what they are, they're a bunch of cunts. To my right is Lucas, you know who he is, and down the bottom there is Mitch. And we're here to talk about Brighton 3, West Ham United 2. I don't know where to start. I don't want to lose me rag. I don't want to get demonetized. So I'm gonna let the calmest one of the all go first. Um, Talk to me, Lucas.
I got hit with the double blower today. I put money on us to draw after I saw Brighton's lineup, so lost a little accumulator. Of course, Southampton or Fulham come back and win. Of course, that was gonna be like my one dying thing. Like, oh, you know what?
Yeah.
At least Fulham didn't get the result, but of course they come back and did. But I'll be honest, I really don't know how you sum up that match. I think there's a lot to really digest, and I don't. It hurts. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't. I'm not really one to tell people how to react or how to take a match, but I really feel like that match, there's just so much to digest from it. I thought we played.
Yeah.
I thought we played pretty decent. I think it's a shame that we let in a worldie for the first goal and then that last goal. I mean, in my opinion, I really don't know what more you can do. I think it's really unfortunate. Of course, you can always say you can defend better, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. But like Mitch was saying in the green room, the mentality, you could argue, is not all the way there. But again, that's down to the players, really, in my opinion. But it's a tough one. I take the scoreline away. I thought that was probably one of the best matches we played in some time, but to lose in that fashion is incredibly gutting.
I don't know what people are seeing. I've got a thing on here that I'm going to show right now that someone put up on Twitter. And I am fed up with wankers saying stuff that is not true. I really am. I hate liars. I hate liars, people, yeah? Because it seems like all these cunts that lie. Harry, the one who blocked me earlier, wanker, yeah? Pussyhole. That's what you are, cunt. Right? That's one person. Everyone says we played well today, yeah? That was that today.
No, it wasn't.
Minute.
Yeah, I mean, that, right? That possession stats, right? And that is complete passes, 13.
No, that's from ages ago, I swear.
No, it ain't, mate. That was up there today. That was
today. That's the 29th minute.
Well, whatever it was, yeah, it was fucking whatever that is.
Wait,
yeah,
we weren't 1-0 up though. We just thought we talking about.
Those, yeah,
that's from earlier on in the season. That is.
Well, whatever it fucking is, mate. Maybe I got that one wrong, but listen. At the end of the day, right, we've lost today again. Like, I'm not being funny. How can you lose with 3 minutes to go? Someone tell me. Go on, Mitch. Tell me.
I'll tell you what it is. Look, if I just to sum it up quick, I actually thought we played pretty well today. I actually thought we were set up much better from the off. I thought we came out well. We pressed high. We did one touch, 2 touch passing. The off the ball movement was consistent. We thought we played quite well. Our passing today, I thought, was excellent. I'll be honest. I thought it was really good. But we lost the game today due to lack of mentality and defensive, not organisation, because we was organised, but we just didn't have any fucking desire to block the crosses, to clear them.
We weren't locked in.
Yeah, we weren't locked in. Fucking balls. Every time a ball come in the box, it weren't convincingly cleared every time. Every time it was like
1,000%.
It was very shaky.
It was good. It was good enough. But
it was good enough, and then every time to press the man when we did clear the ball, we was nowhere near quick enough to press the ball.
Right.
And if we'd done them simple little things of pressing out quicker from the back when we were sitting deep and blocking crosses or trying to block crosses, the last goal would never have happened. Never in a million years.
The second goal would have never have happened if we had.
The second goal would have happened, yeah.
And this another thing I'm going to say is this fucking myth about Potter's made us better defensively. Stop lying. Stop fucking lying. because we're conceding goals every fucking game.
But
So
is that on Potter though? Is that one on Potter? Because
Potter, I'll tell you what, I'm going to say something right now, yeah? I'm going to say something right fucking now, right? Where's Fulkrug from the start?
he can't play full 90 minutes apparently.
Yeah, but none of these fuckers can play a full fucking 90 minutes, apparently. Tadebo can't play a full 90 minutes because he's a fat bastard.
To be fair, I've never known this. I've never known this of any season or any club that can't play two of their players.
I am not
in the
hearing
full
it.
90 minutes.
I'm not hearing this shit no more, right? I will fucking die on this sword. I will, right? I will die on this sword if I keep hearing the same shit over and over again. Like, I can't keep hearing this. That today is totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable altogether. Yeah. Yes, West Ham played well in spells, in moments, but yet again, right, we go in front and then we give it away. We give it away. We just literally give them 2 goals in 3 minutes. Like,
it's the fucking mentality of the players, in my opinion. I think as a group, there's no togetherness within that fucking team. There's no natural leaders at the back.
That, though, Mitch,
there's no natural leaders. None of them across the back line or any of them. Look at them. None of them are leaders. They're all fucking. They're all pussies. All of them at the back.
But Mitch, you can't say that because today's game was West Ham played pretty well in moments. So like,
so why can't I not say that? What do you mean?
Right, because if we would have won the game, right, it's a completely different scenario altogether, right?
But that's the point. The point is we weren't sturdy enough because there was no natural leaders fucking commanding the area, trying to get us organised and together.
No one giving anyone a bollocking to lock in, focus up.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't know.
Mate, I'm telling you, and I'm telling this to everyone, we are in fucking serious shit. Serious shit next season if we have this geezer here. I'm going to be straight and fucking honest. Yeah? How can you not see out a game in 3 fucking minutes?
Ask Debo, ask Kilman, ask Mavropanos, ask Paqueta, ask Bowen.
Everyone. The midfielders. Why was there so much fucking space in the edge of the area? Do you truthfully think Potter's told the players, don't press the man on the edge of the area at the last minute? That's on the fucking players.
Did he even have to? That's schoolboy.
Listen, do you know what? This is getting tiring now. Right, it's getting tiring of just saying the same shit over and over again. I'm getting fucked off with people lying. Yeah, all these wankers on Twitter. You know who you are. You're a bunch of cunts. Yeah, you know where my DM is. Come and say it to the fat cunt. I've had enough of these cunts. Keep lying. Like they're gaslighting the fan base. This is not right. Yeah, you can't play well in moments. Don't forget, let's have it right today. Brighton had a fucking DM as centre half. Who scores the winner at the end?
Lucky.
And we have got our full strength team out. As good as. It's our full strength side. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be straight and honest here, right? Fulkrug should have started. He's a centre forward, right? He should be starting.
Who would he have brought on in the second half then? Because he wasn't going to play a full 90.
Yeah, but you can't surmise that. He should be starting. And I'll tell you the reason
if he's not fully fit, why would you start him and bring him off?
It's another gimmick. What? He said me all our players are not fully fit. Well, fucking sack the fucking.
Thing is, though, the other day he played basically near enough for 49 minutes, 90 minutes.
I'm not.
What was it last week at Southampton? He
looked
fine in the 75th minute when he came off, whenever it fucking was.
I'm not being funny or nothing. It's just the same old shit. Oh, they're not fit. They're not fit. They're not fit. Well, fucking get them on a fucking fitness fucking regime or a quick fucking fit diet or something. Do something. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it seems like they can't do fuck all. Do you know what I mean? Thomas Souček gets a lot of fucking heat. A lot of heat from our fan base. Yeah? He's the only one today who was chucking his head on it, hit the crossbar with an effort. He scored a goal at the end. Right? And then people want to sell him. Like, I just don't get the mentality. I really don't.
I actually agree with you.
Like, do you know what I mean? I just don't get it, Mitch. It just feels like, and the thing is, we're asking for so much in the summer. And that's why I'm fucking shit scared, mate. I am fucking shitting it in the summer. Because if we don't get this right and we start slow next year, we are in trouble. Yeah, and we are fighting relegation. Mark my words on that. Do you know what I mean? Right, let's get fucking Sadadi and let's hear what he's got to say. Go ahead, mate. You've got 3 minutes.
Kilman's an awful signing.
I'm fuming. And Fulkrug called the players out for this exact same thing. Did Potter bench any of the other players? No. The only one he benched was Fulkrug. We don't score the first half. one of their center backs is 5'7". Would be nice if we have our striker out there.
Who?
No,
Who's
No.
5'7"?
no,
the geezer who scored.
and we played Bowen striker.
What?
He did nothing at striker. Guess what happens when he's playing his actual position? 2 assists. After we scored, he brings on Sufal to play left back. Are you kidding me? Someone was saying, is this Potter's fault? Yes, it is when he makes subs like that.
To be fair, where was Scholes? Why didn't Scholes come instead?
I don't know. He must have been injured. But last week, what did he do? Defensive substitutions. The Everton game. Defensive substitutions. Bournemouth. Does this every fucking time.
True.
0 times it's worked. He's clueless.
It's true.
And James is right. If we give this clown the summer, we're getting relegated next season.
No,
And we're going to sell Souček. I swear, if this club sells Souček, we are the dumbest club ever. We need more players like him.
Honestly, I'm not being funny.
James,
He sounds like Kermit the fucking Frog, but he's fucking telling the fucking truth.
No, James.
we're
Also,
not getting relegated next season.
We ain't getting
we'll be in a
relegated next
relegation
season.
battle if we give him the summer. Like there was a report earlier this week, we're terrified about Sunderland coming up because we want to take all their players. Okay, when we sign all of Sunderland's players, we're going to end up like them in the championship. I'm sorry.
No, that's not. Do you think if Sunderland didn't come up, we'd sign all their players? We'd maybe look at signing a couple of their players like Bellingham.
What the article said is that we don't want them to come up because we want to sign all their players.
No, it wasn't. No, we don't want to sign all their players. It never said
We
that.
want to sign quite a few. Anyways, for the first goal, what happened for the first goal? Midfield backs off, doesn't close. Oh, most people think they'd learn. Nope. The midfield said, "Hold my beer." Final goal. I'm not. How about you close about way? The guy who scored. No, Hermano, I won't close
He
down.
did technically close him.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
no. And that happens all season. We concede because the midfielders are useless. They're all useless.
I'm just going to say this. Yeah. Right. I'm just going to say it's quickly today, yeah. I understand what you're saying. Right, just give me your worst player today, mate, because I've got so many people.
JWP, he was up there. This guy has an obsession with him. He starts every game. He's probably the only midfielder who starts.
Who'd you started over him?
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
And he dropped Souček for 3
No, but
or 4
who'd you
games.
started over him, so Daddy? Over Will Price?
I'd start Andy Irving over him. Like,
right, so Daddy,
I'm just happy you didn't say Alvarez.
I'm going to.
Yeah,
let
I
you
was
go
waiting.
today,
I was listening.
Right. I let his daddy go. He can go and chill, man. He's all right.
I
He's
disagree
good.
with a lot of you said, but I respect Luke.
Right. What do you disagree with, Lucas?
Practically everything he said, if I'm being honest. I don't think we're going to be relegated next season. I don't agree with if we're going to.
Are we in a relegation battle next year?
How am I supposed to make that prediction?
Well, I can make that prediction. I can make that prediction right now. We're in a relegation battle next year.
And what are you considering a relegation battle?
Right, I'm considering us being around the bottom half of the league for the majority of the league.
Give me a place. Give me a place in
14th and lower.
Okay, you can make that
Explain to me.
But I'm not making one until the summer's over.
Explain to me who we're going to be better than. Because all the teams
I can't
are miles
answer
better
that
than
question
us.
until the summer's over. You got to give the manager a summer.
Mate, I've gave him 14 fucking games, and he can't even deliver a fucking winning 7.
Wow,
Like,
14 games taken over from a shit manager.
I'm sorry, no, I'm not buying this.
That's
one.
a fair point that Lucas makes, though. Like he's literally taken us. He's taken over from a really shit situation.
Fuck off.
How can you expect a guy to turn it around completely after 14 games and no proper transfer window?
Are you telling
January.
Are you telling me, right, that we could have got another manager? It would have been the same as this. Because I can mark my words on that. Absolutely not.
I think maybe it would have been maybe maximum, maybe like 6 points better off at the best.
Listen, mate.
At the best.
Listen, I've seen fucking Graham Potter put Jared Bowen on the fucking as a fullback. Don't take the piss out of this fat cunt. I'm telling you, don't.
When was that?
Right? I see that against fucking Crystal Palace or Brentford. Do you know what I mean?
No,
so don't take the piss.
He did not play fullback.
He did.
Come on.
No, he didn't.
No,
I don't remember him doing that.
No.
Where the fuck is Kane? Like Kane knows. If Kane's in here,
He
Kane
put in
can
a
get on it and send him.
touchline shift, but that's not playing fullback.
He's playing fucking on a graveyard shift on the fullback, yeah? Yet again today.
Not.
Yet again today, he's got a striker on the fucking bench and he goes with 2 fucking wingers. Like, how much cocaine you got to be on? Do you know what I mean? To realise that doesn't work. And then as soon as Crew comes on, the big fuck-off German cunt, we look a completely different side. What's that, magic? Was it fucking Dynamo or something?
I agree with you.
No, don't take the piss.
However, but that wasn't the problem today. The problem wasn't us in possession and attacking. The problem was our mentality at the end of the game. Completely lost us.
Mitch.
Our work ethic was a disgrace in the last 5-10 minutes, whether it was.
Yeah, but the problem is that he should be managing that in game. Why is Soufal coming on as a left back when he's a right back? Someone explain that to me.
I'll tell you why. Because I reckon, and Soufal, I think for us, even though I've not always thought loads of him, I've always thought he's been a very good defender of the box. He's always marked his man. He's never been caught out in he's never. He's always tracked his runners very well. I've always thought about Soufal. Whether he's defended one-on-ones poorly in the past is a different situation. But I understand the substitution if Emerson was flagging, and
if that's the case, and he's flagging, and you're right in that regard, you swap Wan-Bissaka over there. You put Wan-Bissaka on the left, you put Soufal on the right. You don't put Vladimir Soufal on the left hand side when he's a right back.
What minute did he bring Soufal on? What minute did he bring him?
Basically, the moment we scored. The moment we scored, he goes defensive straight away to try and see it out. And not only that, and this is what's the most embarrassing thing of all, like, we didn't even get nothing out of the game. We fucking lost the game. So that just tells me all I need to know about this cunt. It really does. Danny, welcome. What are you saying, mate?
Hey, guys. First of all, I just want to say hello. I ain't seen you for a while, so hope everything's good.
Hope you're well, bro.
Hold on,
I agree with most of things that all of you are saying, to be honest. I think Potter needs time, but I think he's got to have a big summer. We've got to get rid of the shit that doesn't want to be here, and we've got to sign players that he wants to sign. But at the same time, he's had plenty of time. When does he play? Subs are just Kufal coming on today. I feel like he makes subs just to make them. Kufal don't want to be here next season. He's pissed off. He's come out and said what he said. If he doesn't want to play, don't play him. And he was to blame for the second goal as well as Kilman losing Matoma. How short is Matoma to win a header against them 3 centre-backs?
Way out of position as well.
The more glaring problem is, why the fuck is there a man? We're sitting low block, but there's a man unmarked in our box at the back post. That's shocking. That's terrible.
No, I think he got the lineup semi-right today, but he needs to figure out if he wants to play a 5 at the back or a 4 at the back. He needs to realise what we realise as fans, that Jared Bowen needs to be on the wing. He doesn't need to be. He's shit. He's useless as a striker.
Completely agree.
Fulkrug, I would have played him today, but again, this whole fitness thing that you guys were talking about earlier, Tadebo's had a whole fucking season to be fit. He's not finished the game until today.
Oh, actually, hold on. Let me give a good. Let me give another congratulations. 2 matches in a row now.
Two matches in a row.
I didn't think he was all that either. He was good on the ball, but that was about it.
We've got defenders who can't defend. That's what it is. We've got defenders who can't fucking defend. We've got a centre forward who can't get on the pitch. It just makes no sense. It's just square pegs in round holes.
Our defenders, they don't own the box, if you know what I mean. They're not dominant defenders. They don't make that their fucking area.
Mitch, I'm going to ask you something right now.
Go on.
Yeah? And I want a straight answer. Why was Fulkrug not playing from the start today? Honestly.
Again, I'm not a manager. I don't know about his fitness things. If he really, really can't play a full 90 minutes, then I don't know.
Right.
However, personally, I would have liked to have started him. I would have started him today.
Right.
But then who would you have brought on in the second half? Would you put a Bowen at striker? We can play this game.
I've said it so many times.
No, but I would have liked for us to been up. If I was to start Fulkrug, I would have liked for us to been up by the time that Fulkrug would have had to come off. So then we could have defended the lead.
But then we're just splitting hairs, in my opinion.
It's not that. It's a case of Potter wanted to make an example out of him today. That's what it was.
Lucas, we'd have to chase the game the whole
100%.
game.
Because there's
Mate,
no chance.
Answer me. What would we have done in the second half if you start Fulkirk? He says Fulkirk is not fully fit to play.
I don't believe him, mate. I think he's talking bollocks. Right?
It
proved it on that. It proved it on that presser the other day when he comes out and starts saying about, what can Fulkirk see? Right, from the sidelines. Well, it's funny how 65,000 can see it in the ground. Millions of fans around the fucking world can see it.
The fans
are right on this one. This geezer, mate, is fucking deluded. Yeah, and we are hoping that this geezer keeps us in the fucking league next year, right? The reason why Fulkirk didn't start today, right, this is my honest reason, is that he made an example of him. And he brings him on at half time because we go 1-0 fucking down. He has to bring the saviour on. And it's the same thing over and over again. He does it every fucking week, right? Honestly, this geezer is fucking mad. And to go and bring Sufal on and put him on as a left back, don't take the piss out of me, mate. Do you know what I mean? When has Sufal been a left back, lads? Come on.
I get that point. I would have put Wan-Bissaka left back.
He's played there.
What?
I don't know why Wan-Bissaka didn't go left back, to be fair.
Right, so what you do, you bring fucking Sufal on, you swap him over, put him on the right, you put Wan-Bissaka on the left. When any other time in the fucking game, it's allowed. But it's not allowed on this one. So he goes and brings Sufal on, who's the most slowest player up against pace.
He shouldn't have come on at all. Then you don't have the issue of who plays right back and who plays left back. You don't make subs just to make subs.
Yeah, but I don't think it was to do that. There must have been a reason to take Emerson off. There was no glare. It must have been a fitness issue because he's been doing that more recently. Huh?
Was Skulls not on the bench today?
Apparently not. That's what I asked, but apparently he wasn't on the bench.
Here, I'll check.
Honestly, I'm just going to say this, yeah, and I'm going to let Danny land on anything else you want to say. I don't know where we go with this geezer. And next week, we've got Spurs, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, if we get done now against Spurs and they do us, fucking God help him, mate.
But James, we probably will lose.
I'm sorry.
It's going to be the same. It's going to be the same. But just you got to give him the summer. You got to get some of these cunts of players out the fucking club. They are rotten.
Mitch, he's had near enough half a season.
To do what? To do what? He can't do anything with these players.
Nah,
if these players are shit and rotten,
okay, then.
You're applying these players are good enough.
They still go down.
Nah. I'm not buying this from you. I will not be fucking told, that these players ain't good enough.
They're not. That's why we're.
If you put Pep at Ipswich, do you reckon he'd keep him up this season?
No shot.
Well, obviously not. But fucking, are you telling me? No, hold on.
Squad, we're doing nothing.
You've just said that to me, yeah. So I'm going to come back at you. Are you telling me what Potter's done is justifiable so far this season with West Ham?
It's not justifiable. Right. I need to see more. I want to see more from him, which is why I'm giving him to next. Which is why I'm giving him next season.
So you just answered the question, right? So you just answered the question, and you just said it ain't justifiable. That's exactly.
I've not seen enough from him. No, but that's why I need to see it. That's why I want to see it.
Do you know what I mean?
But I've not seen enough for him to be sacked because he needs a summer. What manager do you bring halfway through the season?
You're asking him to turn water into wine.
He's not been He's not relegated.
I'm asking him not to fall apart. And then when Nicholas Fulkirk comes out and says about the mentality, apparently, right? Oh no, we can't say that in public. But fucking thousands of fans are saying it. Do you know what I mean? People in the ground are saying it by half-time and full-time booing. Come on, right? He's not the fucking Messiah. This geezer's been here for, 4 months? And
so James, what do you do then? You get a new manager in with a club full of rotten players, full of rotten players, and the new manager looks at the players. He don't know who's good, who's got no good mentality, who's not good in defending the area.
So what you're telling me is then, is basically accept this and see how it goes next year. And if he starts slow next year, second.
I'm not saying accept it, mate. I'm fucking distraught. I'm not accepting it. What I'm saying is the players that haven't got the fucking bottle need to go in the summer. That's what I'm saying. The reason why we lost the game today was because the fucking work ethic in the last 10 minutes was a disgrace.
Mentality. Goes back to mentality.
It does go back to mentality. But how can Potter install a mentality in a group of players? He doesn't. He clearly, and it's come out all week. It's been out in the news all week that he doesn't like hardly any of the fucking players. So if he gets his own players, then there's no excuses then, fair enough. But he's got a squad where he doesn't like any of the players. The players have been performing shit as well this whole season under this manager, Lopetegui, David Moyes at the end of last season. It's shown that to me, yes, Potter has got to take some of the blame, but the players take more of the blame at this point.
But look what Bazza says. Rotten players. I say it again. The best summer transfer window we've had.
The thing is, there's a difference between good players coming in and good players with a shocking mentality. That's the difference. Tadebo has come in. Who, you look on paper, he's a good player. But he's had a fucking rotten mentality, awful fitness problems. Fulker's come in. Good player, again, but he's had terrible fitness problems. He's been out most of the season.
Right.
Guido Rodriguez is a shit player, to be fair.
Somerville as well, mate.
Well, no, hold on. Let's talk about the team on the pitch today, right? James Ward-Prowse, he has to call back James Ward-Prowse because the rest of them are fucking no good, right?
Yes.
So he starts him consistently, right? You tell me why he consistently drops Thomas Souček, right? And then all of a sudden brings him back and he turns into a fucking superstar today, right? And people want him out the door. That makes no sense, right? We've got a back three who can't defend, right? In Mavropanos, Kilman, and Tadebo. One of them's a fat bastard. One of them likes a kebab, and the other one is should be up in fucking Wolves because he's shit, right? And then we go to the wing backs. No, hold on, I'm going to cook these fuckers because you keep fucking defending them all the time, and you're saying,
"Oh, what do you mean? I'm literally
so
agreeing with you about the players.
I'm going to cook them for you like I'm going to cook them like a Sunday fucking roast, right? Emerson. Yeah, has been in and out the side. Yeah, and we don't know where he's going to be. I thought Emerson weren't that bad today. Why is he getting subbed off? Why?
Because when Minter come on, he cooked him straight away with his pace.
So then, what you do then is
you definitely don't bring Kufal on then.
So then you bring Kufal on who's slower. Come on, right? Let's not lie.
Minter went over to the left hand side.
Right. Well, that's where Wan-Bissaka should be, right?
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka was on the left hand side though. Then.
So why bring Kufal on?
I don't know.
Well, because it doesn't make no sense.
No, because the moment he brought Sufal on, Minter changed position.
Dan, anything else you want to add, mate? Because I think me, Lucas, and Mitch are going to kill each other. Give me, I know that. Go on.
I'm just sitting there fucking quietly looking at your faces. No, look, James, I agree with you, but I also agree with the lads as well. Potter came into a fucking toxic situation, and I don't think Potter's Look, 20% of our games, 20% he's conceded in the last 5 minutes. I just looked that up. 20% in the last 5 minutes. That's a manager thing. The whole season has been a player thing. It was a Lopetegui issue. Now it's a Potter issue. But the players have been there all season, and they need to take accountability also. Making our best player our captain was one of the worst decisions we've done. Because I love Jared Bowen, but he is not a captain. He's not one of those players that's going to come out like Fulker did last week and kick these players up the arse. I give Potter the summer, but as soon as it starts going wrong next season, we've got to do it. Because I'm not going to say we're going to get relegated. We're not in that category. We're still, 17th, but 17 points ahead of the 3 that went down. But the summer is crucial, man. It's very crucial that we get it right. We cannot keep making mistakes. We can't change 3 managers in a year. It's too much.
James, so what would you do? Would you sack him right now?
No. Look, we're safe. We're safe. I would not sack him, but he needs to be in control in the summer of his transfers. If he doesn't want certain players in there, he doesn't think people can do the job, then he needs to go and sit down with Sullivan and say, look, this is where we need to improve. This is how I can improve as a manager. Give him some names. Get rid of the deadwood that don't want to fucking be there. And make it his team.
I'm going to say this. Yeah, I understand that you're trying to look at it from a positive outlook. I get that to a point because the season's dead. That's what I keep fucking hearing every 5 minutes. The season's dead. But you are asking, one, Potter to have the perfect window because it has to be perfect. I'm going to be honest. It can't be an 8 out of 10.
You're asking for something even worse. You're asking for us to sack a manager, get a better manager in, and get rid of the squad, and then give a new manager,
mate,
an even harder task.
Right, I'm telling you right now, it goes back to David fucking Sullivan last season. Yeah, when he brings Julian Lopetegui in and fucks the whole thing up.
Yes, it does. Right? I completely agree with you.
Right, let me land. Right, so basically, it goes back to him. With some of these players in the side, Lucas Paqueta, Kudus, Bowen, even Souček to a point, a few others, right? We should be doing better than what we're doing. Yeah, and this is unacceptable. This is not acceptable. Yeah, and Potter needs to be accountable for that because he runs the show. Like, if this is Julian Lopetegui doing that, you, and you are all going fucking berserk at him, right?
There's a
so why
difference
is
between
it?
the two.
No,
Julian Lopetegui
one of them had a
full
summer, the other has
summer
not.
transfer window. He
but-
looked at the squad and had
Right.
time to manage the squad in the summer and decide what he
can't
wanted to do with it.
You cannot sit there and tell me that having a full summer preseason end window does not make a difference. I'm seeing the chat talking about Iraola and all these other managers. They've had a full summer after they've come in.
Well, I'm not being funny. Julian Lopetegui had a full summer in the fucking transfer window, and it all went fucking tits up for him. So I'm not being funny.
We're not saying that it's Potter isn't not going to do that. None of us are saying that.
Right. But what you are telling me, from what I'm hearing,
I don't think we're going to be in a relegation battle. That's literally
is that you're basically saying that what he's done so far is sort of acceptable, right? Because he hasn't got his players.
It's not acceptable.
It's not acceptable. Said that.
It's not acceptable. He came into a mess.
Yes.
And to deal with what it was. He needs to clear out the mess, and he needs to be given a try. And I was never Potter in. But I'm not Potter out right now. He's here. He refused a 6-month contract. The plan is for him to be here. He just needs time. And unfortunately, we have to give him that time. And I'm not in, I'm not out. I'm just here for it.
I'll tell you what, mark my words on this. Fucking clip this up, right? I don't give a fuck. Sullivan will get involved. The window won't go as perfect as we need it to be. And next season, if we start slow, we're going to be in trouble. Mark my words on that.
This is one window where if Sullivan does get involved, I'm not too bothered by it because Graham Potter likes a bargain, Sullivan likes a bargain. They're going to target Potter and McCauley will target players in the summer if we keep Potter, which I hope I think we will do anyway. They will target players that David Sullivan will be like, oh yeah, nice £16 million player. Let's fill out the squad. Let's get some players that he wants in that are more hungry to play for the team than cunts like Sadibo and fucking Kudus. Even though Kudus I thought was better today.
Right.
I still think Kudus has got a big mental block on him at the minute as well, which is hindering
I agree.
us going forward. He's been very selfish on the fucking ball.
So what happens, Mitch, when Potter wants a player, Sullivan wants a player, but Sullivan won't pay the money for Potter's player? Then what happens?
But this is the thing that's always going to be a problem. But this year it'll be the biggest problem. It'll be less of a problem because Potter likes cheaper players.
Mate, Sullivan's going to get involved, mate. He gets involved every single time. He got involved last year.
Okay, I get that. It's always going to be an issue. Sullivan's always going to be an issue. But what's the best outlook? What's the best situation?
The thing is with Potter, is if Potter was better and we was doing better than what we're currently doing with him at the minute, I'll be with yous. But I've seen this before. You start sloping down. We're going to finish fucking 17th in the league, ladies and gentlemen. That is fucking embarrassing for West Ham United Football Club. And I don't give a fuck if we was 14th when he come in. Yeah, we've dropped like a stone.
Do you think if we had a top manager, if we signed a top manager in January, like,
and who are the top managers available? That's my other question.
Say we had Pep from January, mate. Right. I don't see any different. I wouldn't have seen.
So you're telling me then? You're telling me that with a higher end manager, we still finish 17th? Because I disagree completely with that.
We're not saying that.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if we had a top end manager, the difference would have been very minimum. We might have finished 16th or 15th at the best, I think.
Not a chance, mate. Not a chance. But
this squad of players has shown under 3 managers we cannot break teams down. We can't break teams down at all.
No, what's wrong with this team is the mentality, because they don't know. They've forgotten how to win a game. Yeah, and I even said it on Twitter earlier on. I'm going to say it again right now. West Ham haven't won a game from a losing position all season. That's a mentality problem.
We also don't get results when we're winning either. So.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you can't if that's the case, then we're doubly fucked. Because if we can't spin a game around from a losing position and we can't hold a lead, then what can we do? Do you know what I mean?
We can't hold a lead because we ain't got a fucking defence that can sit back and own that defence. None of them are good in the air. None of them. They're all shit. All fucking shit. None of them are leaders. The midfield is lightweight. It's got no athleticism in there. There's no one that can drive the ball out from midfield.
Right.
There's no leadership in that. When you're sitting low block, who is there commanding that fucking area? No one.
Is Alvarez done? Is he just
he's
done? He's done.
I think so.
And
See,
good.
the
only thing
thing
he's
is,
good at is blocking the shot, and that is the only thing he's fucking good for.
The thing
And
is,
running
with Potter,
around like a reckless renegade.
Yeah, but I see Daniel's comment there. Yeah, he says, "We all know the argument, James, but what's the solution? The solution is that we've got to hope that Potter fucking succeeds. It's hope. It's a hope game rather than like expectation. Right? I am nervous about next year because I've seen it before. I've seen it so many fucking times with West Ham, and it happens all the time with us. Yeah, and you've seen it before with other clubs where teams drop in a season, and the following season they're fighting relegation.
And you've seen teams change the manager over and over again, and they never get out of
It doesn't mean to
managers.
say though, Mitch. It doesn't mean to say that this appointment is the right one. That's this is what I'm trying to say. And
James, what would you do? What would you do then?
Who would you have gotten?
I'll tell you what I would have done. I would have fucking made sure last year, like I told every fucking
No, but
person.
right now, you got to choose right now, because I wouldn't have got Lopetegui, and the summer transfer window, we can't change that. We signed some toxic players that fucked the club up, in my opinion.
Would you have said that Lopetegui would have relegated us right now? Yes or no?
No, because the points difference was between us and the bottom three was always going to be massive.
Right,
what Ipswich on 21 points or something? It's a joke.
Right. So, in hindsight, looking back, would you have changed it then after the City game? After we lost 4-1 to Manchester City, would you have...
I would have changed it before that, personally. I would have sacked Lopetegui before that.
I agree with you on that. After the Leicester game, I think that was enough, right? But when that was embarrassing, right? But would you have changed it, or would you have gone, right, can we go and attract a high-end manager? Yeah. And the thing is, it all goes back to last summer.
No, not really. We could attract a high manager.
It does. It goes back because I'm not being funny. Thomas Frank is sitting in Brentford. And he's better than fucking Potter.
Is he going to leave halfway through the season?
No, you're not hearing me. You're listening to me. You're not hearing me. Last season under Moyes, when you knew Moyes wasn't going to sign a new deal, if you're telling me that Julian Lopetegui was the best in class for West Ham United, then you're deluded. You're deluded, right?
I agree. No one disagrees with you though, James.
Hold on, let me land, baby. Right. At the end of the day, right, there was an opportunity to go and get anyone you like, but then you go and get Julian Lopetegui, and this is a ripple effect from Julian Lopetegui down to Potter. Now we've got fucking we need Potter to perform. That's as simple as that. We need Potter to perform. If he doesn't, right, the only way he's down because it ain't up. It ain't up, and
so James,
it proves its name.
What would you do now? You still don't answer the question. What would you do now?
I'm scared.
No,
that's not an answer.
I'm going to tell you. There's nothing you can do, is there? That's what I'm telling you. I'm fucking scared.
So why would you sack Potter now then?
I'm scared that we're going to go down next year.
So
I don't think you understand that.
That's not the point. I get that. I get what you're saying.
Because I'm not being funny.
You're saying you'd sack Potter now? Yeah?
No, I am telling you right now, he ain't going to go nowhere, Potter.
No, I'm asking, what would you do if you're the owner of West Ham Football Club? What would you do right now?
I wouldn't have hired Potter in the first place.
Okay, who would you have hired? Who would you have hired then? That's my question.
Right, listen, I haven't got me fucking black book, right, and I haven't got the names of our fucking managers all around the world on me right now, right. But what I'm telling you is, I am shit scared, worried about next season, because if we get a couple of injuries and these new signings don't click into gear at the same time, yeah, we're in a relegation battle.
We'll never know until it happens.
Yeah, but I'm not being funny, Lucas. When you've seen the script many, many times, I've seen the script many, many times. I remember when we went down in 2003, yeah, with some of the best players that I've ever seen at West Ham, yeah, and West Ham are never too good not to go down. They're never too good.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that. At 2003.
Yeah, I get that. But
I think we can all agree on
that. But if Potter's coming out, which he's saying, which has already come out in the week, that he wants to get rid of most of his fucking squad, then what is that saying? It's saying that Potter is looking at these fucking players, seeing that they're either not good enough, or there's a fucking mentality issue, or that he's not listening to any of their tactics. Falkirk's already come out and said that some of the players ain't listening, so that's fucking one of them. We already know some of the players are fucking shit, over the hill, whatever, too slow, not right for the league, not fit for 90 minutes. And then the other one is, some of them don't even fit a lot of them don't even fit his system that he wants to play. That's three reasons there I gave you that is very justifiable of why we are playing so poorly at the minute under this manager. But again, first half of the season under Lopetegui, we couldn't get a single tune out of any of the players, besides from Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Dan, any final words from you, mate?
No, mate. I think this is just frustrating everyone. We're all arguing between us. That's the whole fan base. It's frustrating everyone.
It's not arguing. It's just a heated discussion. At the end
I
of the
know,
day,
a heated debate, but
yeah,
half the fans are gonna agree with you, half the fans are gonna agree with them. It's just we're frustrated as a fan base, I think.
Yeah, well, all it is with me, and I'm going to be honest, I've seen it before, and I'm hoping that Potter gets the transfer targets that he needs. That's the first thing. He has to get the people that he's first choice. He can't get his third choice, right? And also, we've got to make sure Sullivan doesn't get involved. And we're asking for that little fucker not to get involved when he gets involved in every single transfer window. He does it. Like, he got involved with Steiden, and that was one of the reasons why Steiden was no longer here. He got involved last year.
Fucking here now.
I get that, but he does get involved, right? And if I just hope that he doesn't get involved and Potter gets the right thing, chances, and then we might have half a chance next year. My fear is if we start slow and our momentum doesn't get up like it was this season, like the first couple of games we was not on it, then we could be in for an hard season. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't get the changing manager thing that people were saying in the fucking chat. I really don't get it. What is the new manager going to do in the summer? What's he going to fucking do?
To change a manager, there needs to be a manager, and there's not much out there right now, to be honest.
But it doesn't matter what man. You could get the best of the best managers. You're not going to know what players can fucking hold out and see out a game like today. You're not going to be able to see that in the summer, in training sessions and pre-season games. You're not going to be able to see the mentality of players in the fucking full 90 minutes of a Premier League game, which has been a problem all season. You ain't going to see that. Potter's seeing this firsthand, and he's already come out, and it's coming out in the news, which I'm saying it again. He's seeing what players aren't fucking right and not good enough for the club.
So, okay, then, let me ask you this quickly. How many players is he keeping? So, it should be easy.
He ain't going to have a full clear out. Of course he's not. But I think he'll sell fucking at least 5 or 6 of
I would
around
say there's 8 out the door. I would say there's at least 8 out the door.
Well, I think there's 10. I think you're getting rid of Ings. I think you're getting rid of Guido, Soler, Andy Irving. Kudus is gone. I think Paqueta's going to be going. Cufal's going to go. Mavropanski's going to go. Fabianski's going to probably go. So
Ariola might go as well.
There's a lot. There is a lot. Let's get to this from Ian. Shout out to Ian. £5. Thank you very much, Ian. I really do appreciate it, mate. Sullivan, Brady,
I'm gonna jump off here, guys. But
no worries.
I appreciate you letting me jump on and talk and that. And I think right now we just gotta keep the fucking faith, whatever little bit we have. But
yeah,
I'll catch up with you guys. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend, as good as you can. And
thank you. You too, man.
Cheers, mate. Take it easy.
Later. All right. See you later.
No worries, Danny. Take care, man. Shout out to Ian. Thank you very much, mate. Boys, any final words? I know this one's been a heated one, but I think it's going to be like this for the next 6 months. If I'm being real,
we don't know that, and there's nothing we can do. Getting the manager in, as I've said already, is not going to change a single damn fucking thing. Ain't going to change anything.
I'm going to ask you something, Mitch. Would you change Potter now if you could?
Right now?
No. If someone said to you right now, right.
If in January when we got him, I would have changed. I could change him now.
No, if you could say right at the end of the season, you could change Graham Potter and say, what, this ain't right.
No. As much as I don't see signs of him being a top or a manager that can take us far, it makes no sense for us to. It makes no sense for us to sack a manager and bring in a manager that has no clue about the mentality. As I've already explained a minute ago, has no idea about the mentality or the quality of some of these shit cunt players. He's going to come into a club which has got a group of players that is an absolute mess.
Toxic.
None of them together. None of them play for each other.
Fair enough. Lucas, any final words from you, mate?
Yeah, I mean, even to piggyback off that, I mean, I've said before, when we got Potter in, Potter was, out of all the options we had, in my opinion, he was the best option we had. And even, I agree with Mitch, I wouldn't get rid of him until he has a summer window. And again, I don't think Potter is the greatest thing on earth. I do like Graham Potter as a person, but the jury is still out if he's going to be a success at West Ham. But I think we won't know that until we get the summer window. And of course, anything can happen. Anything can backfire or become a success. But I'm not willing to predict anything or stamp where we're going.
Me and Lucas ain't saying that he's not going to be bad next season. It's a decent possibility that we might have a really shit season. And we want him sacked next season. But we can't say it this season because he hasn't had enough time.
I'm not cementing anything until the summer's over and we're another 10 matches in, because again, I don't think anyone here ever wanted Graham Potter, ever wanted Lopetegui. But that is the situation we're in, and really asking to change that and go get someone else in, I think that's more. I think there's more room for just chaos if we go that route. But that's just me.
I'm disgusted with today. I'm going to be honest. To lose in that fashion at the end, that's the first thing. I feel sorry for the away support that was up there singing all the way to the end, and then they get done like that. I feel sorry for all the fans who have watched it today, all right, and the supporters all around the world. I look at Potter and I just don't see how he's motivating some of these players. I really don't. And at least a few of them should be motivated, and it just seems like he's just not getting nothing from them. As I say, I think the summer's the biggest summer in West Ham's fucking Premier League history. If you want me to be honest, I think we've got to get that spot on. If we do, then we might be all right. If we fucking don't, then we're in shit.
Maybe Mr. Moyes has a buyout clause.
I don't know.
I never thought I'd be saying this, but I really like. As much as I think he's a brilliant player and I've loved his time here, I can't wait for Kudus to go because I really do think he's becoming an issue, and we need the funds. Not an issue, but we just need something different. He really doesn't suit the way Potter wants to play. And
it proved it in the second half today. Just to say this, that when you put Jared Bowen on the right, he caused a lot of damage. 2 assists today. And playing for the middle. When he used to play for the middle, West Ham used to play like a 4-3-3, like a flat 3, like in attack. You can't play Bowen as a centre forward unless it's an absolute must. Do you know what I'm saying? But I just don't get some of the stuff he's trying to do. I really don't, and it's sad. It really is, and we deserve better. We really do.
What do you mean, Mitch Lowell? What do you mean?
He's laughing at you, Mitch. You know what I mean? Say something to him.
So he scored. Okay, he scored. He said it's his 4th or 3rd goal of the season. That's fucking terrible.
Well, you know,
a player that we could get 65 million for, and I think he's a immensely talented player. He's also got a mental block at the minute, and and he's selfish. He's a very selfish player. There's times he tries dribbling. There's time at the edge of the fucking box today. There was like 3 players around him, West Ham players, and he's trying to dribble around the player. He should just laid it off. He tries to over-engineer everything. It's too much. He tries to over-engineer everything.
Well, we're going to have to wait and see on that. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to E20 Zone TV. Hit notification bell. Shout out to Ian. Thanks for the $5, mate. Really do appreciate it. My final thought is this, basically. We're fucking shit. It's official. We are just shy, and we can't even hold a lead for 3 fucking minutes, which is embarrassing. To lose the game is borderline disgusting. I'm going to be truthfully honest on that. Like, if we'd have drew the game, I would have gone all right, gutted, but fair enough. But to go and lose the game in the space of 3 minutes is borderline a fucking joke. Some of these players need to look at themselves. Some of them who can't fucking defend, they get paid a lot of money. And I know for a fact I could go over Hackney Marshes or the local park and find better defenders than what we've currently got. I feel sorry for Jared Bowen. I'm going to be truthfully honest, right? And we can't keep expecting him to stay here at this club because his bird's a West Ham fan. His father-in-law's a West Ham fan, because there might come a time where he might want to fuck off because the project ain't looking so good. And,
what did you think of Falkirk today when he came on? Because I thought he played. I thought you played well.
Yeah, I thought he played well, and he should have started. But my opinion on that is basically that Potter sort of tried to make an example of him, and then when it goes tits up, he pulls him on at half time because it wasn't that good. So there you go. Yeah, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you want. If you don't want to, fair enough. And I'm fucking done with this shit. I really am. It's getting beyond the joke now. Like that, people keep lying, and I can't handle it. I really can't. Right, that's enough from us. Bish bash bosh. What picture?